You wake up every day thinking you're free. You choose your clothes, your breakfast, the path you take to work, even the thoughts you have. But what if I told you that freedom is an illusion? That every choice you think is yours is already influenced, nudged, even dictated by forces you don't see. Think about scrolling through social media this morning. You saw an ad, clicked the link, maybe even smiled at a meme. Did you choose it or was it waiting for you? Every tiny decision you make might not be yours at all, which brings us to part 2, the choice mirage. Every decision feels personal, right? But here's the truth. Most of the choices we think we make are illusions. Social norms, marketing, even algorithms know you better than you know yourself. And they use that knowledge to guide you, making you think you are choosing freely. Pick a restaurant tonight. Did you really choose it? Or did Google, Instagram reviews, and subtle suggestions choose it for you? Freedom isn't what you see, it's the ability to see beyond what's shown to you. Which brings us to part 3, the puppeteer within. Your desires, they are really yours. From the toys you loved as a child to the car you dream about now, someone, something, or some invisible shaped them. Even the desire to rebel can be engineered. Ask yourself, did you choose your favorite brand or did it choose you? Think about your childhood, TV shows, peers, family, all shaping what you want, what you like, what you fear. A puppeteer doesn't wear a mask, it hides in your habits, your routines, your comfort zone. Which brings us to part 4, the illusion of control. You plan your life, set goals, think you are in control, but who's really steering the ship? Your brain makes most decisions before your conscious mind catches up. You think you're steering, but sometimes the currents are steering you. Ever decide what to eat for lunch only to realize your brain already picked it before you even thought consciously? Most of the time, we are spectators of our own lives. Which brings us to part 5, free will versus conditioning. Science shows our choices are heavily influenced by patterns, conditioning from childhood, environment, society, even biology. Free will is real, but it's only a fraction of what you think. Most of your decisions are like waves, following a path already set by tides you can't see. Choosing a career, a partner, even a hobby, many of these are subtly pre-written by patterns you barely notice. Understanding the difference between choice and conditioning is the first step towards true freedom. Which brings us to part 6, the choice paradox. More options don't mean more freedom. They can trap you. Too many choices create stress, anxiety, and regret. True freedom isn't in endless possibilities, it's in clarity. Knowing what matters allows you to act instead of endlessly wandering. Thinking about Netflix, hundreds of shows, hundreds of movies, and yet, how much time do we spend scrolling instead of watching? Sometimes less is more. Choosing wisely is freedom, choosing blindly is captivity. Which brings us to part 7, society's invisible hand. Society shapes what you admire, what you fear, what you desire. Even acts of rebellion can be predictable. Most people conform not because they are forced, but because it feels easier than standing alone. Look around, fashion trends, viral challenges, social media pressure, all nudging you subtly. Freedom is realizing when you are acting out of true desire and when you are dancing to society's tune. Which brings us to part 8, breaking the illusion. So, can you ever be truly free? External freedom is limited, but internal freedom is limitless. Awareness is the key. When you see the strings, the walls, the invisible cages, you can start choosing consciously instead of blindly. Try this question, your choices. Pause before acting, notice your emotions. Every time you spot a hidden influence, you reclaim a piece of your freedom. Which brings us to part 9, the radical choice. True freedom isn't doing whatever you want, it's choosing who you want to become. Brands, trends, other people's opinions, they don't define you. Power lies in consciously crafting your identity, your values, your path. Imagine someone living a predictable life to pursue what they truly love, ignoring external pressures, creating their own path. That's freedom. That's the power most people dare to claim. And which brings us to our final part, the closing. Are you ready to see? Most people live asleep thinking they are awake. The moment you realize that freedom is an inside job, everything changes. You step out of shadows and start truly living. So ask yourself, are you really free? Or just dancing to a tune you didn't write? The question isn't whether you can be free, it's whether you are willing to see. And if you are, your life will never be the same again.